Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
So when y'all go there and see her and you look at Nature Boy and saying, what are we going to do now? What is he going to do? Like, what happens
He didn't
next?
do anything. He completely passed the buck. Like, he wanted to know what Solar was going to do. He wanted to know what Key was going to do. Were you there at the time? Yeah, Natural. The guy, he wanted to know what the other guys were going to do about it.
Wow.
Because he didn't want to put his hand on it. He didn't want to have no type of affiliation with it. When nigga, you the cult member, you the cult leader. You know, so he told the other guys basically came up with ideas, and whoever had the best idea, that's what they did.
Wow. So, but I have to ask you, was Nature Boy homosexual?
Yes, I do believe that, yes.
Did you ever catch him in homosexual acts?
Yes, I did.
Like?
One day, we were living in Belize again, and one day, he always like had this friend, but he like always downplayed the relationship to me with the friend. So I'm thinking of the guy friend is just a guy friend. I'm thinking he talking to his guy friend like guy friends. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
On some homie shit.
Right. Belize is a little different, but go ahead.
This is where the incident took place, in Belize. And he's on the phone with the guy, he's on a video chat with the guy, and he walks out the tent away from me to talk to the guy. And usually he walks away from me to talk to people. And I never really thought of anything. I was pregnant at the time. I never thought of anything like that. Like he would be talking about whatever behind my back or whatever. So I just was like, okay, cool. Like you going to talk on the phone, whatever. And then I catch him, like he thinks that I can't see him because he thinks I'm laying down in the tent. But something tells me to get up and look. So I'm looking and I'm looking and I watch him pull his thing out and put the phone camera on it. And I know he's on the phone with the guy. And I'm like, nobody else don't see this? So he comes back in the tent and I'm like, were you just showing that guy your penis? And he's like, oh no, that's my friend, da 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 da. You know, really massaged it. And I'm like, okay, I let it go. He still has a relationship with this guy. So I'm like, this is getting weird. So now that I know that he has the relationship with the guy, he wants me to be a friend with the guy. So now I'm talking to the guy and I'm noticing that the guy is getting more flamboyant every single time I talk to him. This nigga started wearing foundation. This nigga got met the motherfucking, I don't even wear that shit on my eyebrows. This nigga got the Jerry curl going on, the motherfucking gel. I'm like, about 2 years after, like me consistently having a relationship with the guy or whatever, Nature Boy stops talking to him out the blue. And I found out 2 years later that he stopped talking to the guy because the guy wanted to fly him out from wherever we were in the tropics to where he was to have sex with him or whatever for money. And this guy, the specific guy, used to send him money before Nature Boy got into the carbonation thing. This guy used to send him money for sexual behavior, for sexual acts. And he would just send him money from whenever he felt like it, and that would be the gateway to having sexual relationships with Nature Boy.
Damn. You mentioned there was, no vitamins, no medication. The stories of STDs just running rampant throughout the carbonation situation. What is that in regards to where they say, hey, this is just, whatever's out here, there's no protection, everyone's just doing whatever, we all got whatever, and we're just going, whatever.
That was one of my biggest concerns being there, whether there was a idea of STDs or not. I was always like, Nature Boy, you keep sleeping with these people, but you don't know what anyone has. You know what I got. You see what I'm saying? You know my history, but you don't know none of these people's history. So every time I would leave, I would get tested. And every time I've left, nothing came back except for the last time that I went, or the last time I left. The last time I left carbonation, there was chlamydia in my system and trichomonas in my system. I don't know where that came from. I don't know how, like what. I don't know who he slept with, who had it. But at that juncture, that's when I knew that he had STDs and other people did. But prior to that, that last moment in 2020, I had never got tested for any STDs other than what I naturally had in 2017, which was a case of HVS1 herpes or whatever, which I'm aware that all of us have that to some degree in our blood or whatever like that. It's just that whatever lifestyle that person is living, that antibody gets exposed in a certain type of way, and it is non-reversible. And so in 2017, I was diagnosed with that. But all of my partners have known that prior to sleeping with me, and I would tell people that, and I actually tell people that so I can get them the fuck away from me. And so these people decided to still sleep with me, but these people have never gotten tested and told me like, hey, I caught it from you, or I've contracted this from you. Me personally, I've never had an outbreak to say like what that experience is like. So I don't know. But after me leaving that last time, I got my system clean. I did what I needed to do, and I'm back to my original layout, and I kept it like that. And last time I got tested was 3 months ago, and my status is still the same to this day. Now, if somebody decides to be with me, knowing that I have the health history that I have, that's on them, but people know my situation because I'm like, I tell people, this is what it is. Period.